what is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law.
I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated.
Ephesians 6:12 says, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places." This next series is going to include many very disturbing things.
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, and they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things. And, you know, look at him trying to come it out. It's hilarious, hilarious.
What is the link between black ops and black magic? So there may well be an occult organization that uses the UFO phenomenon for its own ends, and it could reach into higher levels of the military or intelligence community. My concern is that a conversion to the belief in aliens may become a convenient lever for any group with strong ambition. Jacques Vallée. An end to slave morality, an end to prudery and shame, to guilt and sin, to restriction and inhibition. For I, the Antichrist, am come among you. There is no law beyond. Do what thou wilt. Jack Parsons, rocket scientist and occult magician. Currently, we are beginning research for a topic that we find to be linked by two uncommon factors. First factor is the UFOs and aliens topics. Second is the occult and black magic rituals that mankind has used to connect with these entities and to glean technology from them. In this next series of episodes, we will explore many various government-funded black operation projects that involve the occult. This will include prominent military, government, and civilian figures who were involved in satanic rituals and also who were or are leading inventors of technology. What links are found connecting advanced military technologies and the occult? Going further down the rabbit hole, what is it about the military black ops and the strange paranormal activities that somehow links them together? This will be an overview of the subject and not a deep dive, for there's just too much information out there.
We're lucky here to be able to run cattle this close to Kansas City limits and in the city limits for that matter.
A prime spot for the 3 ranchers who lease land from the Kansas City International Airport. Casey Hamilton's cattle serve an important purpose. They graze the pastures to keep the grass down, which in turn keeps deer away from the runways. Thursday morning, Casey came out to feed his herd and found this: his 6-year-old cow mutilated, its udder and reproductive organ removed.
I couldn't believe that it happened so close to home.
Friend and one of the other ranchers, Gordon Phillip, arrived with the Kansas City, Missouri police and a vet out of Smithville.
It's amazing how, like a vet said, if he had done a massive mastectomy like that on a cow, there'd be blood all over the field, but there was no blood.
When the farmer arrived here Thursday morning, the gate was still locked and there were no footprints or tire tracks leading to the dead cow.
It's somewhat amazing because of the lack of evidence.
30 years ago, Gordon found one of his cattle mutilated. His vet at the time looked toward the sky for an explanation.
He was just in amazement when I showed him this cow 30 years ago. He went round and round looking for where a space machine had landed to see if he could find any burn marks in the pasture.
One of the topics that has been at the foremost of my thoughts for some time is the bizarre link between animal mutilations and UFO sightings and the government's efforts to either cover up or to study them. My family has experienced one of these bizarre cattle mutilations, and I am just not satisfied with the explanations that we have received from our local police, Cattlemen's Association of America, doctors, or ufologists. My family has experienced one of these bizarre cattle mutilations ourselves, and I'm just not satisfied with the explanations that we have received from the local police, Cattlemen's Association of America, doctors, or even ufologists.
But in northeastern Colorado, another favorite spot for the mutilators, Tex Graves, former sheriff of Logan County, insists the 93 mutilated carcasses he investigated were not natural deaths.
The very first one we had was southwest of Sterling. When we first looked at it, it was just unbelievable that you could take an animal and do this too without leaving some kind of track, some kind of evidence behind, such as cigarette butts, matches, handprints, footprints, but there was nothing. The animal looked almost horrible, and it was something that I didn't really want to believe then. And there was, we probably had 5 or 6 others before I really did believe something strange was going on. We had one up north where we believe the animal was paralyzed and was alive when it was being mutilated. An eye and an ear, the tongue, the rectal area was taken out, but the animal dug a hole with its head, but none of the other parts of the body moved, not even the legs. 6 north of town on a very hard pasture, almost like hard brick. We found tripod marks 12 inches across. The tripod marks were 14 feet apart. We found one set that had gone in the ground roughly 8 inches. And it would take a good post hole digger or shovel to dig in like this. It indicated something very heavy had sat down in this area, yet there was no tracks leading from it nor to it. Almost nightly when this was going on, we could pick out a very brilliant, huge, brilliant light in the sky. We had a newsman take pictures of it with a very high-powered lens, but all we got out of this was the movement of it and the light showing very brilliant. Several times we observed and those smaller lights come out of this aircraft and then come down toward Earth. This huge, brilliant light would hang in the air, and then when it would move, it could move up and down, backwards, forwards, travel very rapidly. And after a while, these smaller lights would join up with the larger one, and then they'd disappear.
Lou Gerardo is the chief investigator for the district attorney's office in Trinidad, Colorado. Extraterrestrials are the ones mutilating animals. What do you think the implications are then for this planet?
Throughout the mutilations, all of us involved have been concerned with the possibility of the mutilations going from animals to human beings, understandably. Thank God to this point it hasn't happened. Whatever they're doing with the portions of these animals they are taking, I haven't the slightest idea. There's a reason for it. It's not haphazard. There's a pattern to it. I don't know. I think it's a wait-and-see game. What else can we do? If we do have beings from outer space doing this, with the capabilities to do things like this, what can we as a human race do? If they have the knowledge and the technology that it looks like they have, we're powerless. So maybe it's a wait-and-see game. I can't see anything else to do.
The local sheriff's department told us a fox killed the steer. The investigator from the Cattlemen's Association of America wasn't even interested in the case. Ufologists have told me that aliens most likely did it, and the cattle veterinarian who did the carcass exam on our steer just didn't have any sound explanations for me. Still, my wife and I believe the answer to be even more sinister than many would expect. Like in many known case files of cattle mutilations, there were clear signs of exterior and interior surgical procedures performed on the steer. An ear was missing. The sexual organs were missing. The blood was missing. And there was no clear sign of struggle or any sign of a deadly wound to the animal. Did I mention this was all done during daylight hours in our back pasture, a mere 40 yards from where my home sits? It was October 10th, 2018. We'd only been living at our home now for half a year or so when this occurred. The mutilation happened between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. because the steer was found at around 4:30 p.m. I was still at work when I was notified by my neighbor about the discovery of the animal. The steer had been seen and fed with its small herd of about a dozen other calves earlier that day. After the incident, our home became a literal hornet's nest of paranormal activity. So much so that we began to jokingly call our home Little Skinwalker Ranch, and became well known by my friends and family for its host of paranormal encounters. Is it not telling that the advancements in radio technology and videography, which is used for telecommunications both in the civilian world and military, alongside with the advancements in cameras, have all been able to now pick up noises and images of the things that one cannot normally hear nor see? Now with these advancements, there's been a whole new field into the realm of paranormal research that is used by occultists, truth seekers, and governments. We believe there is a link between these abductions and mutilations of animals and even humans, and the occult. We will show you what we believe is proof of the satanic rituals that have been documented by law enforcement, the military, well-known public figures, and the victims involved in these strange abductions and mutilations. We will be linking these black budget and black operations to the occult. Sex magic, human sacrifices, secret societies, child abductions, and human trafficking is all connected to this topic. Soon you will understand what we have come to understand about this phenomenon. The black magic and black ops are linked. Where our struggle is not against flesh and blood, contending only with physical opponents, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in heavenly supernatural places. That's Ephesians 6:12. We know for a fact that we are of God, and the whole world around us lies in the power of the evil one, opposing God and his precepts. That's 1 John chapter 5, verse 19. During this next series, my wife and I will be commentating, leading conversations, and doing much research into the realm of paranormal activities and encounters, secret black operations funded by governments, things that involve mind control, a secret UFO, UAP technological cover-up and study, the links between arcane technology and secret societies. The next series of podcasts about the link between black magic and black ops is coming soon. We are going to expose many of the things that have been done in the dark, and like it or not, drag them into the light. Go with God. See you next time. What's the need for training? We train because we care about others. We agree to stand, fight, and die for those we love. Become an asset to your community, not a liability. Visit vindictasolutions.com. Come get some training. Acta, non verba. Deeds, not words. Shoot, Move, Communicate courses are $600 a person. Location is Tellico Plains, Tennessee at Ready Made Resources. We provide the training equipment for you, but you will need gloves. There is no live fire at our training courses. We use airsoft and simunitions. Camping is allowed on site. There are inexpensive cabins and hotels in the area for renting. You can bring and train in your own equipment. You can also visit the Ready Made Resources store and go shopping for any of your tactical and preparedness needs. We do more than just train. We fellowship together and minister to those who need it, discuss current and future events. We pray together, we make new friendships and network, show new gear that we are testing, evaluate gear that the students are using, give a demonstration on night vision and thermal equipment that we use, discuss methods and concepts of prepping and training, and help students set up their tactical gear and how to use it. Our goal: to give you the skills to survive deadly encounters, promote good leadership skills, provide instructions on different methods of training and techniques, how to use various tactical equipment and medical equipment, provide verbal communication skills while under duress, provide team building and problem solving skills, provide challenging scenarios that will require outside the box thinking, develop encouragement, self-confidence, and self-reliability, and preach the good news of Jesus Christ to anyone who would listen.
Hey, I'm Dan Lyons, and I'm a personal trainer. I'm here to help Patriots understand why they have trouble losing weight. See, the globalists use specific chemicals in our foods, and these chemicals do two things. Number one, these chemicals destroy our ability to create cellular energy from the food that we eat. So this means now we're eating food and we're storing that food as body fat instead of burning that food for fuel. And number two, these chemicals destroy fatty acid beta oxidation, which is your body's own mechanism of burning body fat. So this is why everyone has trouble losing weight. Do you remember how easy it was for you to lose weight when you were in your early 20s? What if I told you that you could get that back? I put together a comprehensive online nutrition course for Patriots who want to fix their metabolism and start losing weight again. The course comes with 13 interactive lessons, an optional graded final exam, 4 downloadable guides, all to help you make better choices while shopping, 1 beginner sample workout to get you started on your exercise program, a 20-minute abdominal and core workout video, along with much more. Throughout this course, you will have the opportunity to ask me questions and connect with other like-minded Patriots. Reclaim your metabolism today.
Have you been looking for a trusted long-term storable food company? We have a solution for you. Simply Clean Foods is dedicated to providing the best quality food you can buy next to fresh from a farmer's market. Our line of resealable fruits, vegetables, and meats are suitable for everyday use, and you won't have to worry about throwing away valuable groceries ever again. Our food is completely GMO-free, and our stringent quality controls, plus testing for heavy metals, makes us unique in the storable foods market. Simply Clean Foods' primary focus is to bring clean food to people all around the world and change the way we look at freeze-dried food in our daily cooking. When you purchase from simplycleanfoods.net, not only will you be receiving high-quality food, but you will also be supporting veterans in need across the country and those who are affected by natural disasters. Right now, Amazon Prime members will receive fast 2-day shipping. Go to simplycleanfoods.net. That's simplycleanfoods.net. But do it today.
Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum has said, "You will own nothing and you will love it." And that's represented by what's going on across the planet today, where the economy of the world is in free fall, and nowhere is it more in evidence than with our own President Biden deliberately trying to sabotage what we have. Access to food, other resources. So Americans are in a unique position, really for the first time in our history. We're going to have to provide for ourselves or subject ourselves to the whim of the government. Do you really trust a government to feed you that left 1,000 Americans behind enemy lines in Afghanistan? I don't think so. So where do you go? When you ask the question, who's the best prepper out there today? There's only one answer. Ready-Made Resources and Robert Griswold. I call him King Prepper, and that's how a lot of people think of him. You have everything there you'd want, from night vision to storable food, how to prepare cooking in emergency situations, books and videos on how to prepare alternative energy, communication, first aid that you wouldn't think of, natural antibiotics, you name it, Bob has it. Now, here's the good thing about Bob Griswold that no one else does but him. You don't have to buy anything to talk to him. If you're not sure where to start with your preparation, no obligation phone call directly to Bob. You can talk to him for free. Most people will charge you an arm and a leg for a half-hour conversation. That's not Bob Griswold. He cares about helping America get prepared. Go to readymaderesources.com, or you can call the number directly at 800-627-3809. Again, that contact information, readymaderesources.com for the best prepping outfit in the country, or call Bob Griswold directly, 800-627-3809.